What up, what up, what up? Give me a lemon, Charlie, if you can hear me loud and clear. Hopefully everybody's having a good afternoon, having a good day, all of that good stuff, man. I thought, man, let's just have a little bit of espresso, coffee, whatever the case may be in EDC. I got the espresso on deck, almost done with it. We're going to be smoking a little quick little stick. Once I power through this thing, then I know that that's basically a wrap. I'm in dad mode right now, just kind of chilling out right now, just sitting here, just doing all sorts of little stuff, bro. Just doing all sorts of little stuff. Just got done editing this video that I pumped out earlier today. If you hadn't had a chance to check that out, then okay, whatever. You check it out, I'm assuming. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, that shit is Olivia, Connecticut. It's a little short Connecticut, man. A little short Connecticut by Olivia. And this thing is pretty. I like how small it is. Just kind of like gets the job done. Not overly big, overly aggressive or anything like that. I like that. Oh yeah, lots of smoke. Big old pluming clouds of smoke and stuff like that. Make sure you put it in the comments, man. Let me know what you're carrying. What I'm carrying is above my head. We'll go through some of that stuff as well. But it's kind of the same old, same old. Birdman is already in the building. What up? Thanks for kicking the door in. Hopefully it's a good one for you and all of that good stuff. We also got Tater Dom up in here. Thanks for kicking the door in. Hopefully you're having a good one as well. Let's see if I can make these comments a little bit bigger. I don't know why I have so many issues over here, man. I truncated. Let's see if that works a little bit better. He says, what up, X and everybody else? Hey, thank you for kicking the door in, Tater Dom. Hey, Chris, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member, man. Appreciate that. We appreciate that. Is it working? Hold on. Oh, I gotta get that fixed. Anyway, man, appreciate you kicking the door in. Bentley is here as well. What up, man? Hopefully you're enjoying that Olight and all that good stuff, bro. Hopefully you're enjoying that good stuff as well. Give some folks some time to file up in this piece. Yeah, man, so it's just been an interesting day, man. I filed the whole blackout video. It's been crazy because here in Northeast Texas, I live in Plano, Texas. Here in Northeast Texas, it's been Northeast Texas. The weather's been weathering, right? Sometimes I like to say the internet be interneting. The weather be weathering around here, man. Yesterday, we woke up to winds at 80 miles an hour. We woke up to, it's no longer tornado alarms, right? Here in Northeast Texas, I don't know if this is all around the world or country, but up here, we get the alarm and it can be for high winds. So we got high winds over 80 miles an hour at 5:40 in the morning and the alarms went off. And Mrs. X is like, oh, you hear that? And I was like, oh, it's a test. It's a test. And quite frankly, I'm going to tell you exactly what she said. She said, nigga, ain't no test at 5:40 in the morning. Get up and get the kids. I said, okay. I was a little bit sleepy, okay? Hey, what up, Mr. Skillet? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. I was a little bit sleepy, bro. All right, but listen, having a blackout bag is, in my opinion, something that I've been using extensively living in this area. We're getting brownouts, blackouts. ERCOT has to sometimes throttle down our power. If we live closer to a hospital, we probably wouldn't have to worry about it because we would be on the same grid as the hospital, but we don't. Which means I got to worry about the power going out and how we're going to work through that and how we're going to navigate through that stuff as well. So super interesting. But anyhow, so we got that going on. We also have the entire onset of that thing just being deployed and how is it working inside the restroom and how are we able to navigate through that stuff, and then is it super useful? And yes, yeah, our thing has been pretty freaking useful, man. So let me go over here to my other channel. So I honestly found it interesting that, let's see, oh, Tri-State was live earlier. Is Benchmade Ardira any good? Benchmade's an everyday minimalist, that stuff, bro. Benchmade sent you that stuff, bro. I was going to my channel. So anyway, here's the video. Every household needs this DIY survival kit. Here's why. I'm talking about a blackout bag. I really do think that this is an essential item for your house. Okay. I 100% could see that as being an essential item for your house. And yeah, you should check it out. So make sure y'all hit that like button, bro. Make sure you hit that like button. Throw me in the algorithm. I'd appreciate that good stuff as well. Loving the Olight. Let's see. Loving the Olight. Oh, you're right over my freaking face, homie. Loving the Olight's been using it for work around the house and basement, outside at night, and all that good stuff. Okay. Listen, that little thing is like petite, but it still just kind of does what it needs to do. Like, don't let the small size fool you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, you know, I sent it your way because quite frankly, so what Bentley and I are kind of talking about, I sent him, if you're not in the Discord, guys, you should join the Discord, because a lot of times I may not be active in the Discord as in like commenting all the time, but every time a Discord message is sent, I get the notification on my phone. I may not respond because I'm in dad mode or I'm doing whatever, okay? So I may not always respond, but I get the messages. And I saw, you know, it was a little bit of conversation going back and forth in the Discord, and Bentley was like, hey, does anybody have any experience with the Olight O clip? And he said he was thinking about getting one, and so it'd be useful for the summer, and he wants something that he can quickly clip on or whatever. And Olight sent it to me in orange. Now, when Olight sent it to me, they know I don't owe them content unless they pay me. If you pay me the money, I'll produce content. But so they sent me a few lanterns. They sent me a couple of these O clips. I think they sent the multi-tool. I didn't do any content over this or the multi-tool. I just didn't think they were very interesting. But I knew that this thing would just sit around. So when I saw Bentley in the Discord, I'm like, hey, homie, DM me, man, and I'll shoot me your address. We'll send that out to you. So join the Discord, man. You never know if I'm freaking lurking in chat. Might be lurking in chat. I sent somebody a watch the other day as well. I had an extra VAR watch, and I said, hey, man, let me send you a watch on GP. So we did that as well. So you never know. I got my old carry back, the Gerber Crucial, the Axwell carbon fiber, and the Ace Beam Pocket, the AA version for that Ace Beam. Bro, that's just I remember you had that carry, like you had that carry real strong in 2023. And the fact that you're able to circle back around to it lets you know that it's a solid carry. It's like a solid carry. Man, we have been getting hit with this crazy weather in Texas, says Tactical Civilian Headquarters. Sir, you said that 100% correctly. Yes, it's been, especially for the folks in the Houston area, the Temple, Texas area, tornadoes and storms and all sorts of stuff going on. Like right here in my man cave, it is 77 degrees. Outside, it is 86 degrees. I would turn on this fan, but it would just completely drown out my microphone. And I'm not looking forward to the summer. I think it's going to be an intense summer overall. I really do. I do think it's going to be an intense summer. So we'll see how that goes. Teddy is here. What up? Teddy, appreciate you kicking the door in, carrying the 112, the Buck 112 Slim, the Wave Plus by by Leatherman in the O clip. And let's see, nice guy B1. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Sir, come here and give me a goddamn hug, man. He said, what up, ladies? What up to you, man? Birdman has a Spyderco Delica in the pocket. Which one? Is there multiple versions of the Spyderco Delica? I feel like I had the Spyderco Delica 4 before I sold it. Maybe I'm tripping and there's only one version and I'm tripping. He has the Sofriend SC29. I think I'm starting to believe that Sofriend and Workos are the same company, because I got an email from a Workos rep, and in her signature line, she had Sofriend like dialogue, and the model numbers, when I Googled the model number, the same flashlight came up for both companies. So I think that they OEM the same flashlights. And the Victorinox Tinker in the pocket today as well. And I think they make some, the Sofriend SC29 that I gave to my buddy. I thought it was a great flashlight. I just, I wonder why sometimes they do that, right? The David Hurst, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. I like the O clip for backpacks. And you know why I gave that to Bentley is because I have the Olight Gobbler. I think that's what that shit is called. Olight Gobbler. Field trip. Olight Gobbler. No, that's not it. Is this it right here? Safety. Let's just look up the word safety. All right, so we'll go to safety light. I have a version of the gobbler, but I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the one that I have. Anyway, I have a version of the Olight gobbler, and it's currently attached to my bag. And that's what I use when I go rucking. Matter of fact, I look forward to going rucking later. You see how he has this attached like that? I don't have it attached that way. Mine faces forward. Let's see if they show a picture of it facing forward. No, I don't see it. But anyways, I already have one of these. So my point is the O clip wasn't going to get used. It was not going to get used at all because I already had something that kind of makes the cut. So it just didn't make a lot of sense. Folks were asking me, what about Man Cave Mondays the other day? Listen, I literally spent so many hours. Has anybody ever installed tow mirrors on their truck when your truck didn't have tow mirrors to begin with? I did that shit on Memorial Day. First, so the Memorial Park, shouting out to the honors of veterans that made the ultimate sacrifice. And then when, for the latter part of my day, I set up the moonshade tent. And listen, guys, if you haven't heard of the moonshade tent, this becomes a part of my EDC for my truck once the spring and the summer begins. And I always throw this thing into my truck, and it stays there throughout the entire spring and summer. I got this thing 3 or 4 years ago, probably 3 years ago. This is called the moonshade. You can attach this to your truck, your van, a fence line, a couple of trees. It packs down so incredibly small. But I leave this in my truck, and I have the magnetic anchors, and of course a lot of vehicles have a steel frame, so you take the magnetic anchors and you throw that thing on there. This thing is fantastic. This is exactly how I set mine up, and I was able to work on each side view mirror in the shade. It was like 96 out, had the shade on. Of course, I brought an Echo Flow power station outside, plugged up a fan. So now I got a fan going. I got my shade going. I got my little speaker going, bro. It was actually kind of comfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know why? You know why it was important to be freaking comfortable? Because I was frustrated out the wazoo. Shit had me so goddamn frustrated. Oh, this shit had me frustrated. I need to do a video on this. Like Moonshade, they gave me a discount when I got it, and they didn't want any, they didn't want a video or anything. They just on love just gave me a discount. And this thing is just so handy. I didn't even know they made an XL version. Hold on, let me see what this other one is. So they have an XL, a golden hour edition. That sounds like for the beautiful camera shots that you can get. So I guess it's just a different color because it's the exact same price. And then they have an XL, which that might make a lot of sense if, okay, the XL is wider. Okay, so the original Moonshade is like a rectangle. This looks like a square. I don't know if I would pay $200 more. Anyways, these things are great, bro. I can't commend the Moonshade enough. I don't see enough content about it. Maybe I should just do my own on that shit. That might be a subtle upgrade that you can do for your vehicle, at least during the summer months. Do they sell this shit on Amazon? Let's see. Oh, they do sell it on Amazon. That was a smart decision. And look at this. Okay, I couldn't figure out, guys, how to set this freaking Moonshade up in the back of my truck. I could not figure it out. Let me see if I can go a little bit bigger. So this guy has a Ford looks like not a F-150. Is that a F-150? I don't think so. I think that's a Ranger. So he has this thing on the rear of his tent. I don't have a tent, so I don't know if that's going to work for me. I normally end up setting mine up on the side of my vehicle. See, you can also, like I said, you can put this thing on a tree. The thing is great. Let me stop freaking glazing this goddamn tent. Let me stop glazing this tent. I'm going to do a video over it because it is that good. Let me know what you guys got in your pocket as well. Picked up the Nikkor EDC 27 today, says JD. You know what? I think the EDC 27 is an easy acquisition over the EDC 25. I don't know why they got rid of the OLED screen. I think it's less lumens, and it's like the same amount of money. Field trip. Like, I think they are, at least right now, EDC 25. I think right now, and I don't know what Nikkor has going on. But okay, so you're saving $15 by getting the EDC 25. So the EDC 27, which is goated, it's fantastic, is $15 less. They both have 3,000 lumen max output. What are you saving? Like, where's the $15 at? Obviously, people don't like it. It only has 7 reviews. 300 people bought this thing in the last month. But that is, I don't know. I think I would rather have the OLED screen. But it looks, I mean, they look, I don't know. I feel like if we go to nightcore.com, we might even be able to find a deal. So first off, I think if you go to nightcore.com, you use the code 10OFF, 10 in the word off, you get 10% off anyway. And if you use my links, I don't think I have any links here, but I think I give you even more of a discount. But I don't know if there's a lot of benefit to go with the 20. I wish there was like a quick comparison screen. So this has a built-in 1700 milliamp hour battery, 3000 max lumen output, UHI 20 LEDs. I don't know who makes the LEDs. And then we got the EDC 27. Okay, so these are a little bit different LEDs, SST 40 LEDs. I don't know what the F that means. Same battery, 3000 max lumen output. I bet that has to do with I bet people complain about the LEDs. I bet that's the complaint. This is $89 and the 27 is $74. So they are $15 apart. Me personally, I would just fork out the extra money and get the 27. So JD, I kind of rock with you on that one, man. I kind of rock with you on that one. Wish I didn't lose my EDC 27. Birdman, say it ain't so, bro. You know what's so crazy? I was charging my my ring that I've been wearing for the last few months, and I went to change out my VHS. Okay, yes, I know I still have a VHS player. Okay, I was watching Soul Food on the VCR, and I was like, I'm going to throw on Independence Day. So I have a VCR rewinder. Y'all remember those things? You might be too young for those, but there's a device, literally. And you take your VHS tape, you stick it in there, and it rewinds the tape without messing the tape up, because sometimes your VCR can mess the shit up. So I put my shit in there, and the ring goes flying off my finger behind my 12-inch subwoofer here in the man cave. And it is dusty AF back there. I'm like, hey, I need to pull this shit out and clean it. I can't find my ring. My little fitness tracking ring. So I'm gonna have to pull all that shit apart, which will give me a reason to clean back there. And you know, and now I have another reason to find some more VHS tapes. Now I have a reason to find some more stuff back there. Put a Q colon in front of your stuff to help me find your question. A Q colon in front of your stuff will help me find your question. I'm kind of scrolling down right now, so I'll just see them as I see them. Jaime says, what do I think about the Raylight pineapple? You know, let me look it up. Field trip, Raylight pineapple. I think the special edition ones, when they bump the price up, I don't know if I like those. But the normal pineapple, what is the pricing on those? So the Raylight pineapple mini titanium frag, is that full titanium for $60? Seems fair if you're a titanium bull, which I am not. You can also get the Rook. So Raylight did a collaboration with Botsteed, and they came up with this flashlight called the Rook, which looks like a chess piece. The Rook chess piece, i.e. this is a horrible picture. Like look at this photo that Raylight has, which they came up with the light. And then let's go to Botsteed's photos. Raylight. Like, what are you doing? This is Vosteed's photos of their collaboration with the Rook, right? And then this is Raylight's photo. This is a shitty photo. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because they sold out, but y'all could have did better than this. Like, what are you doing? Anyways, so that's that. All right, so my opinions about the pineapple. I guess if you're asking me aesthetics, I think it looks fine. I think it's slim in the pocket. But if you're asking me functionality, I don't know, because I've never had a let's see, copper and brass 40. These are some good prices. What I don't know is the LEDs. I don't know how long they can do their max output. I just see these pricings and the prices look attractive. But if you're just using these things to look under couches and look under beds and to, you know, sneak into your bedroom and feel on your freaking spouse's butt without them noticing, without you turn on a bunch of lights, and you know, this is going to be just fine. But if you're looking for it to illuminate your back alley to see if there's a raccoon back there before you get into a tussle, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man, because I also don't know anything about these LEDs. These LEDs are called the Nisha, Nisha 5198 LEDs. Let's Google it. So they're selling this flashlight for, and it's 400 Kelvin. I don't like that color temperature. I would prefer it to be more closer to daylight. So it looks like they're using this same LED in the Manker Light EO5, and that's the same price. You can also get the Manker Light on Killzone Flashlights, which is a legit website, for $30. So my suggestion would be for you, Jaime, is to Google the LED and read people's opinions about the LED. And if people like the LED, at that point, you're just figuring out which flashlight looks the best for you. All right. Me personally, I think the pineapple looks better than this Manker Light. So I'm kind of grooving with you right here. Moonlight mode, which I don't know what the hell that is. It doesn't, 2%. So it doesn't, wait, okay. Ray light. Why do other websites have better photos and information about your flashlights? That's weird to me. But yeah, I would need to get my hands on one. I would definitely need to get my hands on one. I'm always looking forward to seeing buns in the summer. You talking about the what is it called? What do they call it? Sundress season. Listen, when it becomes sundress season, it's ridiculous around here. Okay, first off, Mrs. X is so found. She's just a straight baddie, right? So that's number one. And so when it's sundress season, it's just like I get to see biker shorts. I get to see sundresses. I get to just see a really enjoyable time. Okay. A really enjoyable time. Let me show you guys something. Okay. So this is my wife's birthday a few weeks ago. Like, the season is upon us. She just hangs out with a big old group of them. The season is upon us. Okay. And so it's that time. It's that time of the year when biker shorts for the ladies, sundresses are on deck. And if that's what you mean by buns, then I 100% concur with you, Space Cowboy. I 100% concur with you, man. It is that time of the year, bro. Let's see. They are the same company. They make some solid flashlights, says Jaime. Okay, there you go. Well, that's why I saw her signature line. And I just told her, like, hey, if you want to send me some shit, you're more than welcome. Bro, I need to get some more of these hats. I appreciate that. I need to get some more of these hats. I got one. I like to physically go in their store and talk to the guy and let him get a little commission. I know I can go on their website, but it's a whole experience, a whole vibe. Especially I got dreadlocks, so it's a lot of times I need to, if I'm gonna buy a hat with dreads, I need to go in and try it on, make sure it's actually gonna be able to either work with my dreads. The SOG Terminus D2 black with the walnut. Oh, you got a little bit of stabilized wood on your knife today there. Really? Field trip. SOG Terminus D2 with walnut. It just sounds lovely. It just sounds nice AF, man. All right, so SOG knives. We go here. Let's see. Hold on one moment. Okay, I'm in dad mode right now, so sometimes everything you gotta check that stuff out. So okay, so you got the $60. I mean, it doesn't have the best ratings, but it's only 2 people that rated it. But I mean, D2, $60. If you like the aesthetics of this thing, then F it, bro. I like a stabilized wood knife. I'm not gonna lie to you. One of my favorite knives is the Benchmade North Fork, I think is what it's called. Stabilized wood. I don't know what wood it is, but stabilized wood. It's just an aesthetic thing. It sucks when your hands are wet or have blood on them. Most of these knives just kind of slip right out of your hand. But other than that, you know, it's not bad. Other than that, it's not bad. Do I EDC guns? I do. I don't show them on live streams. YouTube is not a fan if you pick up. You cannot handle guns on live streams whatsoever, because people, YouTube does not want you unaliving yourself on a live stream. So you can't even touch a boomstick on a live stream, but you can upload regular content, like, up so that YouTube can screen your video. You can upload regular. I just choose not to. But I actually EDC a Smith & Wesson J-frame Saturday night special hammerless, no safety, no hammer, revolver. So, that's what I prefer. The mini Praxis, my bag of new Harbor Freight multi. Oh my God. Listen, tactical. Did you get the last Harbor Freight multi-tool? I went to Harbor Freight. There's a Harbor Freight about a 10-minute bike ride away from me, right? So I hop on my bike, I ride over there. Last weekend they had the 10% coupon. I don't know if you guys remember, I talked about that on my last video, but they had the 10% coupon. I needed some more 36 grit and 24 grit heavy duty sandpaper for my grinder, because there's some old paint on my brick on my house, and so I'm just using a grinder to grind it off. And so I had some 36 grit, and I've worn it out. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go over here, get some more 36 grit sandpaper for my grinder, and I'm also gonna pick up this new Harbor Freight multi-tool. I saw Max Level EDC talk about it. I saw HVAC Budget talk about it. I was like, I've gotten rid of all my multi-tools except for the Gerber Dual Force, the Leatherman Juice, my Free P4, my Curl that I've completely just sacrificed, and that's it. I don't have maybe like a couple of onesies and twosies there by Gerber or whatever. So I was like, I'm going to pick up this freaking excuse me, I'm gonna pick up this thing and I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be fantastic. And yeah, they had none left. They said, yeah, we only got 4, and people just ran up here and bought them. We didn't even get a chance to put them on the floor yet. I said, oh man, that's freaking sucks. With the $10 super chat coming through, Space Cowboy, sir, we appreciate that, man. Had to donate for carrying a revolver. I guess I got a good head on my shoulders, huh? He says, bro, you got a good head on your shoulders, man. You carrying a goddamn revolver? Hey man, it'd be like that. Let me see. What is going on with my, let me see if I switch this out real quick. Does this work? Okay, so that works. Okay, I just have to fix this on some off time. We have to fix this on the off time. First off, I'm just to do this one time for all the members. Thank you all for being goddamn members. Okay, so that's your thank you for being members. I appreciate that. And I appreciate that donation, man. Yeah, it's just crazy. So I am on the hunt for the Harbor Freight multi-tool, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. So somebody else was in my comments the other day, and they said, hey, X, Ace Hardware has the new Benchmades. They're normally $220 for the Magna Cut Adiras, that the one that we just saw here with Everyday Minimalist. And he was like, hey, they're selling these Adiras, these right here that you see on the screen. They got them at Ace Hardware for $180. I was like, huh, okay. Well, maybe I'll go check it out. Maybe I'll just go up there real quick. I live, so if I'm a 10-minute bike ride to Harbor Freight, I am a 30 to 40 second bike ride to Ace Hardware. So I'm like, hey, fuck it. I'm always looking for a reason to go to Ace Hardware, right? The wife said we need some more super glue because I wanted to fix a pair of her heels, and we also needed some compression caps for some renovation work I'm doing in the bathroom. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go up here, get some compression caps, and I'm also gonna see if they got the Benchmades. No, they said they sold out. They had a bunch of Leathermans in there though. I said, oh, okay. I didn't know you guys sold like brand name EDC shit in here. Like, I didn't know that was a thing for them. So I'm always on the hunt. If y'all find stuff in brick and mortar stores that I need to check out, like, put it on, comment on my videos or whatever, because I will definitely, when I get a chance, to go check that stuff out. 100%. I guess I'll talk about what I'm carrying. I got the Hogue Deca in the pocket, man. The Hogue Deca. I don't have the CPM Magna Cut. I have the CPM 20CV, and I just recently threw this thing on the TS Prof Pioneer sharpener, Shout out to TS Prof for sending that out recently and sponsoring the video. I appreciate that, man. They actually make a good product. I don't normally like taking sponsorships from products that I don't try, which is so crazy because listen, guys, I had an erectile dysfunction company reach out to me and say, hey, we want to sponsor one of your videos. And I was like, but my penis works. I got a bunch of kids to prove it. Matter of fact, I'll have Mrs. X send you an email, give a little confirmation. They're like, oh, well, you know, our medicine it's more than just for erectile dysfunction. It can help you with your mental capacity and help you get better pumps at the gym and all this other type of stuff. But we can't say what it's going to do for your body. We can give you a free doctor consultation and we can send you some pills. See what you think about it. We'll sponsor a video. And I was like, maybe there's people in my audience that could use some ED stuff. Maybe they use it for pumps, but I don't know, man. Should I try out the EDC stuff or the ED stuff just so I give my opinion about it? I don't know. We also are rocking this is the Phoenix PD25R little flashlight. I think 800 max lumens on this thing. The only complaint I have about it is the momentary switch is how you turn it on, and then you have to switch your fingers around to actually use this little bronze beautiful switch right there to go through the different light modes. That's kind of a bugger. It's a little bit of a headache. But you know what? It's never like I'm using it in a super fussy. It's not like I'm trying to hurry up and use it or self-defense or something like that. That's not what this is really for. It's not what it's really 100% like slated for. Okay. So on the wrist today is the Prasadis. And if I'm mispronouncing that Prasadis, let me start my two-part apology by saying that you make some nice looking watches. Okay. The Prasadis Rec Spec White Popcorn. Listen, I'm starting to do a few EDC watch reviews. It's my goal to get you guys off of smartwatches. I don't know if I'll be 100% successful, but this one is interesting. This one is interesting. This one has, it's an automatic movement. Let me see the specs. I know mine specifically is an automatic movement. Yeah, it is. So this is a Seiko NH36 automatic movement. I don't know what that means. I just know that automatic movements usually are more accurate than quartz, and they also tick multiple times per second. That's what it means to me. I know a lot of watch snobs will say that move is not big enough for that size watch, and etc etc. This is a 38 millimeter watch, so this one's fine for me personally. It's only 5 ATMs or atoms or however they say this shit for how far you can take it underwater. So let me tell you about this watch. This watch is a very competitive price for an automatic field type watch. It's not 100% a field watch. So this is the Rec Spec White Popcorn, and it does look like kind of like popcorn if I could kind of show it to you. They're able to get this down to $295, and they assemble this in America. This is assembled in America. So they have a hand assembled watch in America for $295. Some of their competitors like VAR, similar specs, will be like $350. The reason that they can get this to $295 is because it doesn't have a lockdown screw down crown. That's why you can't take it that far underwater. Okay. The crown's in a really weird spot. It's like in this bottom right corner. And aesthetic wise, it looks okay on the wrist, but it looks horrible in photos. Like it looks okay on the wrist, but it looks really bad in photos. And, you know, I think they're using like the movement they're using. I don't think it's a Swiss movement and stuff like that. I think that's how they're able to kind of get this price down, but I'm kind of rocking with it so far, man. The loom. Oh, another thing is the loom is not that great. The loom is not that awesome. The loom on the numbers is pretty freaking awesome. But when you get to the actual, hour and the minute hand, oh, the loom it could use some work. I'll talk about that when I do my review. But it does have a couple of steps. It has an actual date and the day of the week on here, which a lot of watches don't give you that. So they're trying to be a little bit different, man. The White Popcorn. But what I'm really interested in full disclosure, they did send this watch out to me. They asked me, hey, what do you want? What would you like to try out? Now this watch right here, this C47 D-Day. Oh, this shit looked sexy. But I said, you know what? That's not out yet. I want you to send me your most popular watch. This is their bestseller. Even though I think personally, I love the way that the A11 looks. I love the way the A11 looks. This is the A11, the price is up there, and this is not their most popular watch. I said, if I'm going to review something from you guys, send me your most popular watch. So if people don't know who the hell you are and they want to get into your line, I don't want to show your, you know, nearly $600 watch. I don't think that's very fruitful. So, although I think the A11 is freaking sexy looking, I also think that their this DD45 was freaking sexy looking. But once again, it's almost a $900 watch. So I'm like, this is sexy, and I would be grateful if you sent that to me, but I know nothing about your company. I know it's assembled in America. I think it was started by a vet, and he tries himself to meet military specs when he can. But I'm like, you know, it's going to be hard to digest this type of amount of money for folks when I don't know anything about you. So that's why I'm rocking their bestseller that's sub 300. And we're going to see, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So far, I'm really enjoying it, minus the loom. But maybe I just need to test it out a little bit more. Maybe I need to test it out a little bit more. And then we got the Axwell wallet. The Axwell wallet. Now, listen, I poo-pooed the Axwell wallet a lot. And every time I mention the Axwell, I have to mention that I poo-pooed it a lot in October 2022 when this thing dropped. But ever since then, ever since I got my hands on a Ridge wallet, I got my hand on some of their competitors. I figured out that that Axwell actually donates a portion of their revenues to veteran organizations. And I found out that you can replace these covers just by simply going on their website and buying a different color. I was like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot, bro. You didn't really give this thing time to bloom like some shitty ass coffee beans. You didn't give them enough time to bloom to really see what they could be. So that was a lesson learned. That was a lesson learned. Now the Axwell, it just stays in my pocket a ton, man. It stays in my pocket a ton. So, you know, it kind of learned that the hard way. LCV Blades, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Who buys titanium pocket paper clips? Listen, I use paper clips like a mofo. At my job, I'm an auditor. And I also do adjunct professor work from time to time. I actually like to physically print out papers. I'm looking at my printer now. There's no way I could use titanium pocket clips because I lose them like a mofo. Then I find them when I walk around the man cave barefoot. That's how I find paper clips. Blessed Knives is here as well, saying greetings to Marine X and to the chat as well. Hey, thanks for kicking the door in, man. Rocking the Savivi Cindy and a mini boat action pen from Big Idea Design. Listen, Big Idea Design making some great pens. But attacking, I did a video about them attacking a viewer a couple of weeks ago. I still stand by that, man. I'm not a big fan of the fact that they took that approach. But let's check and look at your Savivi Cindy. The Cindy. I kind of like the way that shit rolls off the tongue. So the Cindy with the Nitro V blade, $74. Oh, this has a lot going on. It's a 3-in-1. What is all this shit in the middle? What does all that do? So it's tweezers, a toothpick, and a knife. Oh, they're coming up. They're coming after the throat of an SAK, but they're giving you a Nitro V blade versus whatever Swiss Army knife blade uses. Now, I've had a pair of Savivi tweezers before, but not the small tweezers. I have like a big old pair of tweezers. It was good. It was cool. Straight. Not bad. You know. But I didn't know they had anything like this. This is interesting. Let me save this. Save this to my deals page real quick. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Always give me some new ideas. We appreciate that. Saving some weight. The Moonshade rocks. Oh, do you have it too, Jeff? Let me tell you, if you got that thing, bro, you got a good head on your shoulders. Waiting for delivery. What did you just buy? Oh, you bought the Moonshade? EDC 27 just bought. Okay, that's what you just got. Okay, let me catch up on some of this. Let me catch up on some of these comments. Lewis says, what's a good electric kettle? I can only tell you the one electric kettle I have, which is the Fellow kettle, which is a part of my coffee mess. And I mean, honestly, I would just check out some coffee reviews. I kind of got it, and I probably could have with something cheaper. It's $165. If you're talking about coffee, 165 bucks on their website. You could probably get it used on eBay for cheaper, or go to Amazon and get it cheaper. So it's $148 here at Word Market. And it looks like it's $85 maybe used. I don't know. I would just say that if you're trying to seriously get into coffee and pour overs, maybe look at some competitors, because all you're trying to do with a kettle is maintain your temperature while you're pouring, if that's your goal, and for the water to pour really slowly. Like, that's my goal for my kettles. So if I could have got something for cheaper, I probably would have. But I bought that thing probably. I use it like multiple times a week, and I bought it 2 years ago, so I've gotten my money out of it. I got a DVD reminder once. I still have a DVD player as well. Still rock Blu-rays. You know what movie we just saw? I took Mrs. X to go see Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, that prequel. And then that shit was a scissor-worthy movie. You hear me? Like, that movie got Mrs. X so excited, and of course there wasn't another broad around, so she had to freaking scissors with me. She didn't have a choice. She was like, "Oh, this is so sexy. If there was a woman, I said, "Well, there's not another broad here. All you got is me." No, it was a good one, man. I have a bunch of VHS. What VHS player and rewinder would you recommend? So, all right. So this is what I did. Okay. For my VHS player, I bought it on eBay. My rewinder, I bought it on Amazon, coincidentally enough. Did I buy it on Amazon or eBay? Let me look it up. Field trip. Let's go to my Amazon account and see if I can check my orders, because I can't remember if somebody just was randomly selling. If somebody was randomly selling a VHS rewinder, or... Oh yeah, here it is right here. Okay, so these are the I'm going to show you my history for some of the VHSs that I've scooped up over the time. So I have bought a blank VHS tape, because sometimes I like to take YouTube videos and I'll transfer them to VHS. And I bought American Pie on VHS, Home Alone. I bought this VHS rewinder on Amazon in 2022, Dawn of the Dead, and I bought Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and I bought other stuff on eBay. But I don't even know if this is going to be available. Let's see. So this thing is 75 bucks. I mean, okay, look, it's a lot of money. This was cheaper than eBay. The reason I bought it here is because I was like, well, look, if you get it used, you can get it for 47. Listen, I know that sounds like a lot of money for a rewinder, but my VCR was eating tapes. Like, my VCR was literally eating tapes. And so I ended up, I was like, I got to get a rewinder. I have to, because I can't have this thing just freaking chewing through tapes left and right. So this is why I ended up buying this. I use it all the time. So for me, and I don't think I spent 75. I think I bought it for used and just rolled the dice. You know, so obviously they're all used, but my shit, it works just fine, bro. For me, it works just fine. Vegas Dad is here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. What's the prices on the different covers? Which one are you talking about, Jesus? You probably said it while I was showing something. What brand is this? Yeah. Oh, this is Luminix. Okay. I wear men's watches. Keep on with the watch videos. Yeah, and here's the thing, Brandon. I don't really care if my videos get a lot of views, because YouTube is a hobby for me. My full-time job pays me. I do client work with my video equipment. I do like little commercials and shit. And so when I do that type of stuff, let me see if I can find, I'll just show you like the type of stuff that I like to do with my, let's see. Anyway, so I do a lot of client work for commercials and stuff for just local businesses who have very shitty Instagram presence, shitty Facebook presence. And what I'll normally do is I'll, offer them a package, and I'll do some client work for that on the side. So YouTube is a hobby for me. So I don't particularly care if the video does a lot of views. And the reason that that's beneficial is so that I can really dive deep and enjoy the other type of stuff. Nope, that's not it. My bad. I'm looking for a video makeup prep. That's not it. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with that, but that's the type of stuff I do as well. Just kind of like to do The client work for cheer gyms and for barbers and for restaurants that have really shitty Instagram and presence like that, and provide them some content so that they can post Instagram reels and stuff like that. So when I do a watch video and it doesn't get a lot of views, it's like, whatever. When somebody eventually comes around and they search for that watch, I'll have a video there for you ready to watch. It'll be ready to rock and roll. Yeah, I like the profile, but I don't need a whole SAK. And that's the thing, Isaac, is like a lot of my Swiss Army knives don't get a lot of pocket time. They don't. They get a lot of time in pouches. The Swiss Army knife that gets by far the most pocket time, and not even in my pocket, is my nail clippers. My nails and my hair grow like crazy. And because I do YouTube, you got weirdos who comment on my nails and my hair and whatever. And so a lot of times I gotta keep that shit clipped. I don't really care what folks think, but you know, gotta keep that shit clipped. Oh, nice. I'm carrying a Cigar baby banter in blue. Ooh, wee Nick, bro. I got the full size wee knife banter. Let me tell you, Sam. Is it Ben made that design? He did a great job. Great job with that design, bro. The fidget factor on the banters, whether it's the baby or the regular size, oh, they're good. The Cigar Vision in the pocket today with Vegas Dad. Do I know what the Vision looks like? Field trip. Let's see. Cigar Vision. And oh, that's the one with the okay, so the Cigar Vision is the one using the super lock. That's the one using the super lock. Hold on. So, okay. So there's not a lot of companies trying the super lock. The super lock is just out there open for anybody. Give it a try. Of course, Tactile did it with the Chupacabra. We Knife did it, and they did it with the Civar Vision, and they did it with whatever the We Knife version of this is. I don't know what it's called. But so there's a lot of, there's the patent, or this guy, whoever invented this, he said anybody can use it. I think that's pretty smart. I would, you know, ask people to pay him a little fee, but he doesn't care. So I need to try this though, because I have the Tactile knife Chupacabra. That thing's, you know, over 250 bucks or I think it's 250 bucks. So it's kind of like that's a pricey boy. So yeah, that's something I need to look at as well. Steven is here as well. What up, X? Keep banging out the fire videos. Thank you for kicking the door in, and thanks for the compliment on those, man. Let's see. Silence says, like your videos. You got any ideas for UK legal Swiss Army knife alternative slip joint sort of thing? I don't, but I know who does. Okay. John Gadget. He lives in the UK. And he is like really good at producing content when it comes to things that you can carry legally in the UK. So if I were to give you a suggestion, I'm going to say, get a slip joint. You'll be fine. But I don't know your laws. You know what I'm saying? So I would just tell you get a slip joint that's non-locking, but I might be wrong. But John Gadget, this guy, oh no, he has the sauce. Okay. So let's copy the link address. I'll throw him in the chat as well. You can check him out. But yeah, he gives you the sauce when it comes to UK legal carry type of stuff. Branch is here. What up, man? Thanks for kicking the door in. Oh, for the wallet. So earlier, let's see. What did you say earlier? What's the prices on the different covers? Oh, okay, good question. All right, let's go to their page real quick. Because I think the covers, here's my complaint with the Axwell wallet, if I remember correctly. Right now they're doing a 50% off sale, up to 50% off for Father's Day. Okay, so you can't currently use my code on sale items. If you use the code MarineX, all one word, then they give you 10% off. But I don't think you can use, hold on, let me try to use my own code real quick and see if it works. So I threw a wallet in the cart. Oh no, wait, it does work. It does work. Okay, so look, I just threw this into the cart, and it's 60. It's $69 giggity. You can't really see it because the way that my page is kind of truncated right now. But if you look down right next to my little photo on the screen there, it says Marine X. I threw the code Marine X in there and it did give me $7 off of 70 bucks. So I guess you can use my code with the sell item. So anyways, so it looks like the Father's Day sale is already getting you a good chunk of money off of some of these prices. These are normally 90 bucks. They're on sale right now for $69 giggity. So I have the copper version, but let's look at the plates. So if we go to cover plates, the cover plates are 75. Oh, that's for the copper. Okay. So if you want to just get the aluminum plates, they're 50 bucks. They're not on sale, looks like. But if you, like I said, use my code MarineX, that'll get you 10% off. I have the copper and I have the orange. I used to have the green and I gave it away. The green was sexy. I should have kept that. I should have gave away the orange. But I gave away the green. So I have the orange and I have the copper. But I love the fact that you could just swap these things out. I really do. And it looks like they're really expanding, man. They're really expanding. I have their card carrier or their coin carrier. I don't use it because the coins are noisy. Like they just slosh all around in your pocket. But they now have these little AirTag covers. So you can get the same thing. If you're spending 50 bucks, you can spend. Here's the thing. This thing is $79 or $105. It's on sale for $79. That seems price. Is this an entire? Oh, it's an entire wallet. Okay, that makes more sense. So you can get one of these wallets with an AirTag, and you have to bring your own AirTag, right? For 79 bucks. I think it looks a little ridiculous. It looks a little funny. It looks like you got an areola on your wallet. But if you want an areola wallet, then there you go. Get your nice little areola wallet and be able to find your shit. If you lose your wallet a lot, then you may not have to worry about that. But I got a solution if you lose your wallet a lot, though. Just go to marinex.com and buy one of my EDC trays. Go to marinex.com, buy one of my EDC trays, man. Let's see. This is super zoomed in. But, you know, this is where I keep my stuff every day. As soon as I get home, I immediately drop my wallet and my stuff into my EDC tray. And of course, I make these here in the man cave. So I sell these for 85 bucks. I don't really advertise them too much, but this is how I store my EDC gear. As soon as I dump my pockets in this thing every day. They're made of walnut. I hand make them. They're made to order, etc., etc. So of course I'll plug my own shit. So that's a solution where you don't have to get the areola wallet, bro. You can just get one of my trays and you be ready to rock and roll, man. You be ready to rock and roll. Let's see. My bad. These comments are jumping in front of me a little bit. If I miss your comment, my bad, man. I'm about to go get it back into dab mode here in a second. I'm caving and I'm grabbing the Vision. Okay, so you're gonna get the Civivi Vision this weekend. It's so clean, says Isaac. Bro, I need to save that into my. I need to save that and like look at it for later because it looks so interesting. LCV says your hat is sweet. X pick me up a 3-panel slight curve bill. Man, Goran makes some dope hats, man. I bought Mrs. X some too. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, she wants to go to the grocery store. She don't want to have to do her hair. I said, wife, let me go ahead and hook you up with some goddamn a hat, man. I threw her one of the Candyland. What the hell they got going on? That's a little bit too much for me. I ain't throwing all that on my head. But Goran makes some dope ass. They make some dope shit. Somebody just joined the Discord. I just heard that. Appreciate you. I mean, yeah, 60 bucks. You're in and out. I really mess with these hats, and they fit over my dreadlocks. So, you know, they make a lot of sense. So what I really want is a fedora. The issue is I have got to go inside the store because these are a certain size, and with dreadlocks, I have no clue which one to buy. I can't buy them online. I have to get these mugs in the store. No complaints at all with the Vision. Listen, that's what I keep hearing. A lot of people had complaints about the tactile knife Chupacabra, at least for the first run. So when they sent them out to reviewers, and I think when they sent them to, this is the fallacy with sending reviewers stuff early, is that if you send a pre-production to a reviewer and he or she, mostly a he, do a goddamn YouTube video on it, and the lock's not working properly, people, they see that. So when I got mine, I got a production model. I live near Tactile Turn, Tactile Knife. I drove over there and they gave me a knife, a production model. So mine has been fantastic. Other people have seen YouTube videos and said, oh, that thing looks shitty. I saw this YouTuber test it and then blah, blah, blah. So, I can speak to mine. It's been working just fine. It's sold out. I need to carry it more. The fidget factor on this is sexy AF. I have the tumbled version. You can get the satin or the tumbled version. I got the tumbled version, which is even sexier than the satin in my opinion. If you use your knife a lot, I just don't like satin knives. I like stonewashed or tumbled or whatever the company wants to call it. They're doing 15% off right now. I talked about this last week. I don't know when this is over. Oh, it's a grad and dad sale. So since it's a dad sale, I'm assuming they're running this through Father's Day. Because why would you call it a dad sale? A grad and dad sale and it ended early? I don't know. But Tactile Turn, Tactile Knife rarely does sales. So yeah, if you want some Magna Cut goodness, I think almost every single one of their knives is Magna Cut. I can't think of any knife that's not. I have the Bear, and I got the Bear. I paid full price for the Bear on a 15% off sale. So they don't even have the Bear available anymore. So I got the Bear in the copper. Mine's starting to get some sexy patina. I got it at 15% off because I wasn't about to spend $350 on it. And I don't carry it as much as I should. This is a nice slip joint though. So like I say, if I was trying to suggest a knife for you and you were in the UK, I might suggest the Bear, and I might be wrong because of the blade length. That's why I'm saying go check out John Gadget, bro. Go check out John Gadget. Hold on. Yep. All right, let's see what else we got here real quick. Thoughts on the 48 millimeter SAK on your keys? Now this is America. This is America. How long is 48 millimeters? Let's do millimeters to inches real quick. And then we'll figure out what I don't like putting barely anything on my keys. Like I'm just not a key bull. Put shit on my key. 2.28 inches. 2.28 inches. Let's think about that. So this is all right, let's see what we got. 2.28 inches. And so that's basically 2.28. That white exposed. I mean, it's shorter than my pinky. It's shorter than my pinky. So would I put that on my keys? No, I wouldn't. Me personally, I wouldn't. But I mean, if you want to put that on your keys and you can find a way so it's not jangling all over the place, then I would say go for it. I would say go for it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Do I have any opinion on, Fatty says, do I have any opinion on the Civivi Elementum versus the QSP Penguin? Well, because I've only touched the QSP Penguin at a blade show, I can't give you a direct opinion about it. I can't. I can tell you that I've owned several Civivi Elementums. The Mini, I like the Mini more than the full-size Elementum. But the price on the Elementum is just so Gucci. I mean, the full-size Elementum has like the most bottom of the barrel blade steel that you can think of, but they sell them like hotcakes on Amazon. Civivi knows what they're doing, and Civivi does like a good, better, best with their knives. Syncut is their good, better is Civivi, best is We Knives. So it's the same company. They just have a tiered system. The Elementum is, oh no, I'm thinking about the Praxis. Excuse me. I've owned several Elementums, and I like them a lot. My favorite Elementum is the button lock. And my mom bought her first pocket knife, which I told her when she got it. I said, Mom, what are you doing? I could have just sent you an Elementum. Well, son, I'd rather just watch your videos and make my own purchase. Okay, respect. But she ended up getting the Elementum in bronze button lock. And then we had to get on FaceTime so I could show her how to close it, because she couldn't figure out how to. I said, it's a button lock. Just push the button, you know. But whatever. So if it were my money, I can only speak to the Elementum. This is one of my most recommended knives to get you out of a gas station knife. So I think that the QSP Penguin in the Civivi Elementum, if you have a gas station knife, like a knife you picked up literally at a gas station, I think that the Elementum, a lot of Kershaw knives, QSP knives, they're great knives to get you to the next level. So still not at the point where you're, you know, sharpening yet. Maybe you're not confident in sharpening or whatever. So maybe you get this and you practice sharpening your gas station knife. So if you fuck up, you just sharpened your gas station knife. You didn't sharpen the Elementum. So at this point, if you're comparing blade steels and you're comparing, you know, whatever, then it's just really about aesthetics. It is really about aesthetics. Brian says, hello, sir. My OG Deca scales came in today. We'll let you know how it turns out. Listen, those OG Deca scales, folks tell me about OG Deca, AWT. And it's just like, I need to think about the possibility of throwing on some original coat or some, you know, throwing on some OG scales or whatever. But I really like my G10 scales that come on my Deca. Like, how much are these? $60? They're not unreasonably priced. They're not unreasonably priced. I have to make sure that these are compatible with my specific Deca, because I don't know what version I have. But they have, I mean, the pricing, it just makes sense. Let me know what you think about them, Brian. Join the Discord and then tag me in Discord after you've carried it for a while. Tag me in Discord. No complaints on the plate sipping off or anything like that. Really liking my ridge, but it seems cool to just change out the plates. Let me tell you, Jesus, and I'm not saying this to be like put to like glaze Axwell. I have carried this wallet off and on, and look, I've carried this to the point where the logo is starting to rub off. Okay, I have carried this wallet off and on since October 2022. Since October 2022, this wallet and the Cash Wallet by Wingback, which is a UK company, have been the wallets in my pocket the most. And not one time, not once, has the plate slipped off by accident. Not by accident. The only time the plate slips off, for me personally, is when I go to pull money out. Sometimes when I go to pull money out, if I can pull my money out, the plate will come off. That's it. When I go to pull money out, sometimes the plate will slip off. That's it, because the back plate comes off just like the front plate. That is it. Now the thing is that Axwell sells a money clip, because this is technically a strap where you can put money. But if you don't like that possibility, they sell a money clip, but it goes on the front, and I think it looks a little weird to me personally. I own it, but I don't use it. But I haven't had it fall, you know, that's just my experience. And I've carried the copper, which is heavier. The scales are heavier, and that might be a reason why it doesn't move, because the orange one, the aluminium one, are lighter. So I would assume that the aluminium one will give you more of a hassle, but the aluminium one hasn't been in my pocket as much. Okay. Tactile says, or Tactical, excuse me, I say Tactile. Tactical says, I may have missed it, but was there any further communication from Big Idea Design after your video? No, they didn't say anything to me. I'm pretty sure when I go to Blade Atlanta, it's still my plans to go to Blade Atlanta. I'm gonna go up to the booth, and I'm gonna stick a microphone, and I'm gonna ask who's in charge of this booth, and if he has a moment, I'm gonna stick a microphone in his face and ask him some questions. That's my intent. And if you're watching me now, Big Idea Designs, I'm warning you now. I want to do a live interview. I got some high-tech microphones, and I don't have a cameraman in Atlanta, but maybe somebody be willing to hold the camera for 2 or 3 minutes while we talk to you, and while you're, you know, pointing out specific commenters on my videos. So I'm just saying. Can you make that tray with a purple heart? I can do any. Okay, so Brian, I can do, he's asking about the tray on my website. I've done different logos for people. As long as I can get the logo in a PNG file, and get it into my laser engraver equipment or whatever, then I can basically do anything. I can basically do anything. So I've done, because of course mine has an Eagle Globe and anchor in the middle of it, but I've done some for folks that were in the Army and they wanted their, I don't even know what the Army calls their logo, but they wanted their logo in the middle. I can basically do it with anything in the middle. Oh, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Chris. I just love always having scissors, but always having multiple extra on my keys. Yeah, I can understand that. And the scissors are just something you don't really think about. Like, scissors are really great for cutting zip ties, for cutting ropes. But a lot of times we carry plain edge knives in our pocket. And the reason I like knives such as like the CRKT M16, which has like you can get a plain edge, but you can get partial serration. I like carrying the Gerber Fast Tanto Auto, which is partial serration, because when you don't care how nasty the cut looks, sometimes partial serration helps. So cutting rope, cutting bread, like serrations help with cutting bread, shit like that. So to your point, if you don't want to carry a partially serrated knife, carry scissors, because that will help you out as well. Yeah. What's your favorite cigar? I'm a big fan of JC Newman's and Arturo's Fuente. So I don't have a favorite cigar. I have a favorite farm, Aaron. So I like Drew Estate. I don't like their acids. I think they're too sweet. But I love what Drew Estate is doing. I like the type of stuff that Drew Estate pumps out. So like if you tied me down and said, X, you only can buy one cigars for the next 2 years, what would it be? I would probably say, give me a Drew Estate factory smokes, which are like $3 a stick. Or I would say, give me a Drew Estate's undercrown or undershade. And I would rock that. Mama X watches. You raised a great son, Mama X. Hey, listen, if she hears that right now, she would appreciate that. I had the Deca with the FR. That's the thing. The FRN, a lot, because of the price point to get those scales, a lot of folks will get the Deca because they want the Magna Cut, and they'll get those scales, where they'll get the polymer scales because you can get the Magna Cut for less than $150, and then you get the polymer scales and you're like, man, this feels like plastic. So I don't have the Magna Cut. I don't need the Magna Cut Deca because my CPM 20CV does everything I needed to do, which is mostly open freaking boxes, breakdown boxes, stuff around the house. If I'm doing a DIY project around the house, it doesn't fail me or anything like that. Let's see. Check out the Gordon and Leatherman clone. Yeah, that's what I tried to pick up, Brass Catcher. I was talking. You may have missed it. I went to Harbor Freight to buy some more flat wheels for my grinder, and I tried to pick up the Gordon. And I went in there and I said, hey, can I get a Gordon Martar tool? And she was like, we don't have any Gordon Martar tools. We have Bauer and we have Hercules. I said, no, you're talking about battery operated oscillating multi-tools. I'm talking about a multi-tool with pliers. She didn't know what I was talking about. So she went and got her manager. He knew what I was talking about immediately. And he was like, yeah, we only got 4 and they sold out, which makes me think I need to go up there. Maybe I need to go up there during the middle of the week. Have you used the Kershaw Federalist since your last recommendation? So I used the Kershaw Federalist and I gave it away. So I have of course, my man cave's a garage. Okay. And I eat out here sometimes, and I'm pretty clean, but there's a possibility I'll drop crumbs or whatever. And because my floor is polyaspartic or whatever you call this shit, not epoxy, but it's like a couple steps above that, I can't see some dirt on my floor. I can't see it. So I have a bug guy that comes out here monthly, and almost every time I almost get the same guy every month. And whenever he comes out here, I almost always give him a knife. I gave him my Federalist. I also gave him the O knife, Heron. I gave him a Civivi Elementum. I've given him a pry bar before, because he doesn't technically have to spray my garage. His main job is to set mouse traps on the outside of the house, and my goal is to keep mice from coming in my house. So I would prefer to feed the mice outside of my house, and then for them to continue their day and die somewhere. And he also is supposed to knock down spider webs outside my house. He's supposed to knock down wasp nests that are developing outside my house. And he's supposed to do the interior of my house. They don't count the garage's interior technically. I didn't pay for that plan. So I get around that by giving him a knife. Discord is not letting me join me in my block for some reason, said Jesse. No, you're not. Is the link, check the link in the description, Jesse. There's a link in the description, or go to the marinex.com/discord. Go to the marinex.com/discord, and it should work. If it's still not working, email me. So if you go to the marinex.com and at the top it says Discord, it should just, it right here, if you click the Discord logo, it will take you to my Discord. Okay. If it's still not working, email me so we can try to figure it out. My father did 2 tours in Vietnam, 3 Purple Hearts, and recently passed. So I will talk to you about the trade to honor him. Okay, most definitely, man. And I appreciate his service 100%. My grandfather, you know what scared me the other day is my grandfather did 1 tour in Vietnam. He's older, and he was fishing the other day with his cousin, and he was sitting by the lake fishing, and he fell asleep. And when his cousin went to wake him up, he wouldn't wake up, but he was breathing like he had a pulse. His cousin, who's also older, who also served in Vietnam, so these are 2 older men, called 911. And when 911 got there, my grandfather refused service. I was like, oh, you're so stubborn. Oh, you're stubborn. So we don't know what's wrong with them. So I feel you when those folks, those Vietnam bulls, man, they're some headstrong dudes, man. There's some headstrong dudes. He refused 911 service. He still hasn't gone to the doctor. That happened 2 weeks ago. So I think about that all the time. Yo, what's a good starter cigar? Some of my buddies are wanting to smoke a cigar while golfing this weekend. Thanks for your videos. Getting a blackout kit for the house put together. So what I would say, Quincy, for a starter cigar, I don't know what type of palate that you have. I have a tart palate. I like tart stuff. I like black coffee. I like tea with no sugar. I like peppery cigars. So my suggestions may be strong to you, but they're not really a strong cigar. But if you just want something that's not going to cost you a lot of money, and if you hate it, oh well, especially you're golfing, because you're golfing, right? You're on a golf cart. The smoke doesn't blow correctly. My suggestion would be Drew Estate factory smokes. There's a variety of them. I would get a Maduro factory smoke from Drew Estates, or Robusto. Neither one are going to cost you more than $4. You can get those. You can do a V cut on them or guillotine cut and try it out. If you hate it, snuff it out. It costs you $4. That would be my suggestion. I wouldn't suggest a sweet cigar. If you really want a sweet cigar and you're okay with spending $10, get a Drew Estate Tabaka Especial. A Drew Estate Tabaka Especial. That's my favorite sweet cigar if I'm going to have any type of sweet cigar whatsoever. And so they are normally range around like the $10 mark. So it just really, this is what they look like though, if you're looking for a Tabaka Especial. And the factory smokes, let me pull that up real quick. Drew Estate factory smoke. I normally, I get my factory smokes from JR Cigars normally, or I go to a physical brick and mortar. So you can go to, so these things here, a bundle of 25 for less than $50. So you can just do that quick math to show how much these things cost. So there you go. I would get a Maduro or a Robusto. All right. So there you go. Thoughts on Diddy, says Queso. I think Diddy got a lot of power and a lot of money, and a lot of that went to his head. So these allegations that are coming through court, we'll see how they go. But he's starting to put it like this. Okay, so here's my summation of Diddy. I would do an even swap right now. Give me R. Kelly for Diddy right now. Even swap. Okay, I don't like what R. Kelly did, but if we had to swap somebody out, give me R. Kelly for Diddy. Hubba Bubba's here as well, man. Thanks for kicking the door in. I kind of like the acid bloodies are pretty good as well. Yeah, like I said, Victor, I would say the acids are something I used to kind of mess with, like 2012, 2013. Here's my thing about acid cigars by Drew Estates. So whenever you smoke a cigar, we smoke them in thirds. Okay, the first third of the cigar I can tolerate on an acid. The second third of the cigar, it gets too much flavor. The flavor starts to disappear and it starts to burn a little bit. By the third, I just put the stick down and I don't finish it. I don't finish it. Benji says, what's your go-to multi-tool? Right now it's for the last 6 months. It's been the Leatherman Free P4. It will be the Leatherman Juice. Both the Free P4 and the Juice are discontinued though. So the only place you can get the Free P4 right now is Amazon. You can't buy it on their Leatherman's website anymore. I got the Samsung Watch 5 right now and desperately looking for alternative analog or digital watch without the smart functions. I've done a couple videos on those, Brass, but I would say if you want a analog or digital watch and you want to just see if you can try it out, get a Timex. Get like a cheap Timex for like 50 bucks, 40 bucks. And then if you like it, or if you want to spend a little bit more money, you can get a Casio, a straight up Casio, or you can get a G-Shock for around like the $100 mark for a G-Shock. What do you think? Should there be conscription, which is a fancy word for draft, to the military for all men over 18? We haven't had a draft in Vietnam. I don't think we need one right now. I think everyone has to register for the selective service. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman now, you have to register for the selective service. But we haven't had to do conscription, which I cannot pronounce that word, since Vietnam. The very first one was what, World War I, World War II or something like that? Or that was the third one. So the most recent one was Vietnam. We haven't had to do one since. If we have a major war that breaks out, we're going to have to do one though. Less than 1% serve. The military is not very big right now. Recruiting is really struggling. People have alternative ways to make money. So if we were to get into a major war right now, I think we would have to do a draft. What a great gift idea. Yeah. We'll check it out. Let's see. Yeah, I would say that too, Aaron. I would say that too. It just really depends on if you know your palate. If you know your palate, you can go for that. One thing I would say is I was a part of Privada Cigar Club for 3 years. I just recently left them because I know my palate now, and they started sending me the same cigars over and over. But Privada Cigar Club is what I use to learn my palate. Okay, so Privada Cigar Club is a monthly subscription service, and you can come here and you can get the Privada box. It's $28. So they raised the price. They only raised the price $3 in 3 years. That's really good, because when I first joined, it was 25 bucks. That's pretty good. Anyway, $28. They send you 3 cigars a month. But when you, the reason I left this is because first off, they changed it to a yearly subscription, and they got away from what they used to do is when you join, they would ask you about your palate. They would say, do you like sweet stuff? Do you like tart stuff? Blah, 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 blah. And then they would hand select 3 cigars and send it to you. But I think they grew so fast they stopped doing that, and I started getting redundancy. So I left them, but they're really good as well. They're really good, especially if you want to get some Farmed Road. So Farmed Road are unbanded cigars. You won't know what factory they came from, but they're good smokers as well. So the Casio World Time, says Andrew. Field trip. Let's look that up because I've never heard of it. Casio World Time. Aha, 30 bucks in and out. So you can get it directly on their website for $30, or you can get it on Amazon for $20 plus $5 delivery. Why does it have $5 delivery? Oh no, it's so this is shipped and sold by Amazon. Excuse me. Yeah, here you go. If you really want to just try a digital watch out, there's so many Casio suggestions. It's like kind of ridiculous. With the stupid shit with the, yeah, you never know. Honestly, you just never know, man. You never know. What would be a good EDC pouch you would recommend under 50? Oh, easily. Jaime would be the Pico Pouch Pro. The Pico Pouch Pro by Roaring Fire. I've done a video featuring the Pico Pouch Pro, and it's like $21. It's a solid. This picture looks blue, but it's really black. It's a solid pouch. It's a really good pouch for $22. It's a really good pouch for $22. If you want to see what this looks like in 3 dimensions, let me go to my video and I'll throw the video in chat. You can watch it after this live stream. Jaime. So let's go to Marine X pouch. Let's see. So here it is right here. What's inside my Urban EDC pouch? So here's my, this is not a review on the Pico Pouch Pro directly. I was talking about the shit in the pouch, but if you want to just see what the pouch looks like, because I'm holding it the entire video, then there you go. You can go watch that video. 10-year battery for a world time. A 10-year battery? Wow. That's pretty crazy. Let's see. Hardcore Hobbyist says, how you talk so much shit about Benchmade knives and their horrible business practices, but you still have the nerve to carry one every day. Your words mean nothing if you don't put them to practice. Are you talking about me specifically, Hardcore, or are you just talking in general? Because if you watch my videos, everything you just said is, I think you're reaching. Let's talk about it for a second. So you said, how do you talk so much trash about Benchmade knives? Let's stop right there. I've done several videos about their horrible business practices, which could have been preventable. One of them is in 2019, they had a chromium spill in a creek near their factory. They got fined $13,000 for it in 2021. I've talked about their the very idiotic decision to photograph themselves destroying weapons, regardless of the fact, because you can look at that situation in one of two ways. Either one, they were supporting the blue, backing the local police department, destroying guns that were confiscated, that were never going to go back to the streets, and they had to be destroyed anyway, right? You can look at it that way, or you could look at it as they're against the Second Amendment. I didn't think it was a good idea to photograph it. I think that was pretty dumb. I've also talked about the fact that they are very political. They've donated $30,000 at least to Democrats and only about at least $3,000 to Republicans. I just think that they're a little too political, and they've done a lot of poor business decisions. Now, if you're talking about me, because I don't know if you're talking about me yet, Hardcore, but if you are talking about me, I would say that if your panties are in a wad that I objectively talk about Benchmade, then I would just say that you can either A, write an article or make your own video and respond to me. But if you're talking about in general, I don't carry a Benchmade every day. I carry a Hogue deck almost every day. And every now and again, I rotate Benchmades in. If you follow my content, you would know that. But I don't know, maybe I'm presuming that you're talking about me and you're just talking in generalities. Franco says he's probably just not buying new Benchmades, can't go back and fix the past purchases. Yeah, I haven't. And here's the thing, Franco, to that point, I would still buy a Benchmade. Don't get it twisted. I just don't think that they're doing the things that they're doing right now are very smart. I just don't think the things that they're doing right now are very smart. I think that, suing Montana Knife Company, not a wise decision. It's kind of throwing you into the light and stuff like that. But I still think the knives are some solid stuff. I think that a lot of them are overpriced, but the prices that I get them for are fair and reasonable. I shop here on base, if you see what's on my screen. So I have a Benchmade mini bug out. I got it for 99 bucks. You can't get a Benchmade mini bug out, quote unquote, in the real world for $99. When I bought my Benchmade bell out, I got it on sale for 160 bucks. That was a great price for me, right? So I would say that I think it's fair to objectively criticize a company. I don't see anything wrong with that. He says, yes, you're putting them in your thumbnails. I hate Benchmade, for the record. Oh, okay. So I think your opinion is just misinformed, and I think we have to agree to disagree. I think your opinion is misinformed. If you go and watch my Benchmade videos going back to 2 years ago, then you would just kind of see that your opinion is just misinformed. Let's see. What's my EDC pistol? So right now my boomstick is the J-frame Smith & Wesson 38 Saturday Night Special. No hammer, no safety. And the reason I like that, I know you guys, some folks are Glock Bulls and Taurus and, whatever you carry. I have in Afghanistan, I've had to actively use, you know, point my weapon at somebody, and you get sweaty, you get nervous, you muscle memory, like, okay, where's the safety? Okay, you know, all the other stuff. When you're nervous, like, it's a lot better to have no safeties on your weapon if you have to aim center mass at somebody than to have all that stuff. So I don't want that stuff getting in my way. Also, revolvers have a very lower likelihood of malfunctioning when it's time to shine. There's no slide, there's no safety on mine particularly. So unless something happens to the barrel, most likely, or the firing pin, like, most likely my weapon's gonna work just fine. That's why I like to carry Saturday Night Special and all of that good stuff. But hey guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me for a coffee and EDC moment. I gotta call the wife back. That was just her calling, and of course we don't ignore Mrs. X around here. Hey, if this is your first time stopping by, my name is Marine X, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. Go check out the content, and I will be here soon. You know, I will be here soon pumping out some more content. We will speak soon.